utilising, well, for the third meal, a little bit of the leftover barbecue chicken. It's all the pineapple's gone out of it. I've just got some chicken and vegetables, and as you can see, it's really sort of cooked down into like almost like a thick sauce. So that'll be ideal for what I'm going to be doing today. It's probably quite obvious. I've got the pasta machine here. I'm going to be doing some homemade ravioli. So I'm going to stuff half with the leftover barbecue chicken. I've got some wilted spinach here. I'm just going to drain that, get all the excess water out, heat that up with the barbecue chicken, and then wait for that to cool, and then I'll pack that into the ravioli. And then the other batch of ravioli I'm going to be doing, I've got chorizo, I've got a bit of garlic and red pepper. I'll also put a little bit of sun-dried tomato paste in there, and then I'm going to serve it with kind of like a peperonata sauce on top as well. And I've managed to find a way of utilising this broccoli stalk that I had left over from a few days ago. So I'm going to boil that now, in fact, going to boil that and just pre-boiled the kettle, and I'm going to then put it in the blender with these red peppers. I've got 2 red peppers, so I've got 1.5 in there, and then half pre-chopped, finely chopped, or quite finely chopped, up half of red pepper, which will go into with the chorizo, okay, for one of the fillings. Okay, so that's the stalk. So I'm just going to put that in the pan. Put some hot water over that. I just want to soften the stalks before they actually go in the blender. Okay, just cook them a little bit. Pepper's quite nice, that even if you just warm that through, so it's like semi-cooked, almost like warming it through, you can eat them raw, but broccoli sorts are quite tough, so I'm going to, just boil them up a little bit, not too much, don't want to lose all the goodness. Okay, so I've just got a sieve here, so I'm going to just drain the spinach. Drain all that spinach, it's really like nicely wilted down there. Okay, I'm just going to use my hands and or like fist, and just sort of like press any excess moisture out of there. Okay, that's it. So it's almost like a green paste. I'm just going to put that in the bowl for now. So it's like that, green paste. Wash my hands a little bit, and I can use that pot for the chorizo. Okay, so in goes the garlic a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion, put some rape seed oil in there, not a lot because the chorizo will let off a bit of, it's quite oily. Okay, put one tiny little red chilli that I de-seeded already, so I can just chop that up a little bit. So because I'm doing 2 little dishes here, I'm doing the sauce, peperonata sauce, plus the actual chorizo and red pepper filling. I'm going to use half the chili for the chorizo and red pepper ravioli filling. Okay, so get that gas. I'm going to put that on the wok burner, I think, to save a little bit of time for you guys. Okay, and then in here, I'm just going to heat up this pan. And in goes there, tiny bit of rapeseed oil again. This is going to be for the peperonata sauce. So the reason why I'm heating up the pan is I'm just going to put these onions in, because I don't want to blend the onions raw with the pepper. Okay, it's nice to get a bit of flavour on them. Soften them up. Don't want to be eating raw onions really. Okay, with the garlic as well, and the chilli. Okay, that's fine. So I've got 2 mixes, identical mixes going on here, but they will change. chorizo slightly. Yeah, I managed to get my hands hold on a nice bit of chorizo from the Italian wholesalers. Not bad, was it? Only a little bit of chorizo. Probably last me until this lockdown's over, hey? Okay, that's good. Add the chorizo in there, get that nice and crispy, all that flavour, all the paprika in there. Go. Good. So let that cook down, let it do its thing. Yeah, these are very tough stalks, okay? So that's needs a few minutes of boiling up there. Okay, so what I can do is, well, I might as well just put this spinach in with the leftover chicken there. I'm also going to put in some sun-dried tomato paste, and that will go into the peperonata. So I'll just cook that slightly there. 2 little teaspoons. Okay, got some marjoram goes in this one, I think. Yeah, actually I'll put a little bit of that on as well. So this is for the peperonata, Italian herbs with marjoram as well. So give that little whiz round. Just get a bit of colour on those onions before I put it in that pot. And then I'm going to whiz that up in the blender, almost like make a smooth peperonata sauce. That's getting a nice bit of colour on that chorizo and onion. Really nice. Turn that down. I think that's fine. That's fine. Turn that off. Okay, so what I do is I'll just spoon this into there. Almost like herby onions. Turn off that broccoli now, and I'll just drain that. Rinse a bit of cold water on it so it doesn't heat up too much inside the blender. That's it. Put it in the blender there. Okay. And also what I'm going to be doing with the peperonata, just got a little bit of leftover tinned tomatoes, so I'll put that in. Just utilising really what I've got left over, okay? That's it. So, okay, I think I'm ready to go on that one. Because what I will do is I'll put, once this is a smooth paste, then when it's like cooking down in the pan, I'll add a few of these chunky red peppers and some semi-dried tomatoes, just so it's got for a little bit of texture, you know, rather than just being a smooth sauce. Okay. So this won't take a second in here. I want it quite smooth paste. Less than 30 seconds, whatever it was. That's it. That's perfect. So that is your smooth peperonata. No extra salt in there. Now what I'm going to do, I won't heat that up yet. I'll wait till, what I'm going to be doing is basically prepare the pasta, give it a knead. And then once you've actually kneaded the pasta for about 10 minutes, you need to wrap it in cling film, put it in the fridge for about half an hour, 40 minutes. And whilst I'm waiting for the pasta to actually, you know, I think it actually almost like gets a bit of gluten, relaxes, you know, so then it's more elastic, so it doesn't crack and stuff when it's being like stretched in the machine. That's the theory anyway. So yeah, so I'm gonna just put that to one side for a minute, and I've already pre-whisked 2 eggs in there. I've got 200 grams of flour here. So obviously that's like per 100 grams is like an egg. So if you had like 300 grams, then 3 eggs. So I'm just going to put that flour there. And then this is just plain white flour. And some people use like semolina flour. The Italians use, it's called like 00, flour. Yeah. The whole idea of this anyway is that you don't need to be too particular. This is just to actually stop the eggs from running all over your worktop. Yeah, there's no other reason why. And also it sort of like enables you to, well look, I'll show you. So once you put the egg in there, in the middle, like so, yeah, just holds it like that. Then what you can do is just use your fingertips, gradually like put a little bit of flour into the egg mix, okay, as you're going, just working it around slowly. You don't want to put all the flour in the egg at the same time, okay? So I'm gradually just adding a little bit more. And that's it. And then just basically fold it in. And this bit is quite easy. The hard bit is the kneading. You have to do that for 10 minutes or so. Yeah. Okay. So as you can see, it's sort of like getting less sticky. And it's just literally egg and flour. Okay. It is quite therapeutic when it gets to the stage of having like a silky, smooth, soft like dough, and that's rested, and then you can just roll it out to, you know, different thicknesses. That's the therapeutic part. So you've got actually the messy part, which is now. Okay, this is like just gonna like quickly demonstrate. And kneading is basically, you can use your fists, you can use your palm of your hand, yeah. But you really want to like you know, activate that gluten a little bit, yeah. And this is quite hard, you know, because you need to, it's when you know it's done, it's because it will stop being so dry, the pasta. It will like almost like get more and more elasticity in it, okay. And with the pasta is the reason why you put it in cling film and then put it in the fridge, or you can actually put a wet towel, a damp towel, not a wet one, on it, is to stop it drying out. Fresh pasta would dry out within like a couple of minutes, okay? And if you let it dry, or like get the surface, not the completely all the way through the dough because it's so thick, but the surface will start like hardening, and it will start getting like almost like little hard bits in it. So then if you rolled that, then what you'll end up doing is getting like hard little rough bits in your pasta rather than being silky smooth, and that's not what you want. Okay, just use your fists, whatever way you want to do it. You can give it a little pull, give it like that. It's just basically working it, okay? That's it. So I'm going to do that for 10 minutes, okay, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge in cling film for half an hour or so, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys how to roll it out. Welcome back. So the pasta dough has been in the fridge for about 55 minutes. Just thought I'd leave it a little bit extra. And I know it's done because basically if you press your finger in, it sort of like springs back. Slowly but surely it springs back, yeah. So that's all good. And that's stopped, the cling film stopping that from drying out, so I can just leave that there, that's totally fine. So what I've actually done in advance, whilst that was resting in the fridge, is I've roughly blended the chorizo, red pepper and onion ravioli filling. Okay, so that's ready to scoop in, it's cold now. So, and I actually thought I'd take the wilted spinach out of the chicken, the barbecue chicken, okay? The reason being is because I thought I'd tried three different, I've got the boiling water going, just simmering there for the pasta, ready for it to go in. The reason being is because I just wanted to do 3 different kinds of ravioli. So in the third one, I'm going to do spinach, some cheese discs, okay, which will help hold its like nice round shape. Some semi-dried cherry tomatoes, and then a little bit of the chorizo and pepper filling. Just for comparison, I'd want to see what it tastes like if the one with cheese, semi-dried tomatoes and spinach tastes better than just the regular one. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing to begin with, I'm just going to start heating this up, which is the peperonata. Okay, and what I actually did in there is I just added the leftover chunky bits of pepper. Okay, I've done all that already, so it just gives a little bit of extra texture in there. Okay, well actually that, I'm thinking, rather than using all of that, I'll scoop a bit back in, I'll utilise that for tomorrow's dish, I think. Yeah? So I'll just scoop a bit of that back in, that's totally fine. So I'm just going to heat that on a low heat. Yeah, just heat that through. So turn it up to a medium heat maybe, or no, leave it on a low heat, because whilst that's cooking, then I can do the pasta. So what I'm going to be doing is just flour the work surface, just in case you need a bit of flour. Okay. And I'm not going to use all of this. I'll probably cut that in half, and I'll utilise that for another day. Okay. So just use a pizza cutter, yeah, or anything that you've got. So cut that in half. Like so, okay, and that's your pizza dough. No air bubbles inside, which is nice. It's nice and moist still. That's totally fine. That's just nicely simmering in that water. Okay, so I'm going to put that back in the fridge. This bit first. Put that back in the fridge, and then all I'm going to do, lightly dust that. A little flatten. Little roll. Okay, just flour a little bit on the top, dust it down, okay, no big clumps, okay, just give it another little roll, okay, and that, the reason why I'm doing that is because it's just easier for me to feed into the machine. So I've got it on like the thickest, the widest setting, okay, just on the normal sheet pasta. You've got tagliatelle here, and I think it's like linguine or fettuccine, thin pasta strips there. So this is the number 1 is the widest setting. Okay, so what we do is we just basically pass that through. What I would normally like to do, just take your time with it. Yeah. What I'd normally like to do is screw it to a bit of worktop where I've got the worktop rather than coming towards me, but it wouldn't actually fit anywhere, yeah, since I've got this new worktop in. So I'm just going to pass it through twice. That's totally fine. And then I'm just going to fold it, put a little bit of flour there, and then fold it that way, fold it like so, and then pass it through, yeah, again. On its widest setting. One more time. So that's twice, just normal, and then twice when it's folded, and then what I do is I fold it again. Okay. Give it a little dust. Stop it. I mean, it seems fine. It's not sticking at all. I just want to make sure. So then what I'm going to do is pass that through the widest roller again. Once, and now I'm going to drop it down a notch, yeah? To number 2 setting. Okay. Turn it round. Put it through the number 2 setting again. Turn it round and put it through the number 2 again. It's totally fine. And now I'm going to drop it down again to number 3 and put it through again. And I'm quite glad this is, it's quite smooth and silky. That's what you're looking for, the dough, yeah? You're not looking for a dry dough, yeah, where it's going to basically be cracking the edges. And that's it. Eventually, it's going to get quite long. And then drop it down, number 4. So I normally just do it like a couple of times on each setting. Yeah. And what that does, it just reactivates the gluten in there to make the dough quite more elastic, okay? Because we don't want it splitting or anything like that, or cracking, so this all helps. And as it comes through the other end, then just grab the bit underneath, because as it gets longer, you need to like feed it through, yeah? And just put your arm there, like so, yeah? Rather than like sharp fingers. On the 4th setting, I'm going to put it in 3 times. Put it on your arm again. Like so. Put it on that arm so you can change the setting. I'm on number 6 now, so I'll probably do it down to like number 7. Okay. Just roll that again. Nice and easy does it. Make sure you've got that. Okay. Gonna slightly pull it out here. Okay, that's good. It's going to get quite long in a minute. So that's one at number 6. So what I might do now is look how long it is. And I don't want it all sticking, clumping up together, yeah? So that's probably quite long, yeah? So I'm just going to dust that again, because I felt it slightly sticking as it was folding onto itself. That's all good. We've got a remedy for it, yeah? Just dust it with flour. There's no panic, yeah? Just fling it over. Dust the other side a little bit. A little bit. Okay. And what I might do, make it more manageable, cut it in half. Just gently cut it in half, yeah? Be careful with your worktop. Okay, so now that's much more manageable again. It's fine. So that's, just going to check the sauce quickly. So what I was going to do is add a little bit of chicken stock to stop it sticking. That's it. That's all like cooked down, now the peppers. Add a little bit of chicken stock in there. Just get a spoon. I can start to smell it. See, look, now it's like more like a nice peppery paste almost, yeah? So what I would do is just add a bit more chicken stock in there. Well, I might as well just add all of that, yeah? Don't want to waste that, just in case I don't use it for tomorrow's dish. So that will just cook down and then re-thicken up, okay? So that's fine, I don't have to worry about that now. Look how thin that is now. Yeah? So that will re-thicken up. Okay, back to the pasta. So now, I'm going to pass it through, so I'm on number 6 setting. I'm going to pass it through another 2 times, yeah, so that'll be 3 in total. Okay. Just be careful when you get to these final stages, okay, because it gets thin, yeah? I'm just going to check. See, the idea is, if you can see, it's like a window, yeah? So if you can see your fingers through it, then it's good. I mean, that's pretty good. I can see my fingers through that. That's number 6. So that bit is done. Yeah? I'm going to leave that bit. Well, not leave it, but I'm just going to dust it. Again, just to make sure. And I'll pass this through. Yeah? One more time. So I'm going to do that another time, just alternating them, yeah? I don't want to leave this one like resting too long. Okay, pass that through again on the number 6. And I think that is fine, number 6. Some people like to go on like a number 7. But I'm thinking, do you know what, because I'm telling you guys to do it, I think to be on the safe side, I just do a number 6 to begin with, and you can always, if you feel, as you feel confident, okay, then you can always go down to a thinner level, yeah, number 7. But for this, for the demonstration purposes, I'm just going to leave it at number 6. It's still fine, still very suitable for. Just going to pass that through again because it got caught on the edge a little bit. That's it, just to really thin it out on the rolling machine. Okay, that's totally fine. So that's nice. Look, you can. I don't know if you can see. It's like very thin. Okay, so now. Gonna let that sauce is bubbling up nicely. That's it. So now what I'm going to do, put a little bit of flour on this worktop. Actually, I'm fine because this is actually hard worktop, so that's totally fine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make the big ravioli. I've got the small one, which goes nicely inside there. Okay. The reason why I'm going to be using that for the cheddar cheese. Okay. So I'm just going to cut like the discs of. The first one, just gently press there and we give it a little wiggle. Yeah, that's fine. Just put it. What I'm going to do, I've got this tip towel there, so I'm just going to put. Every time I do one, I'm going to put it there. Okay. And in fact what I might do is just put a little bit of flour in between this one, roll that up on it itself, and then put that underneath the sheet, which is kind of like a damp towel, not a wet one, just a damp one, and it just keeps it moist, stops it from drying out, just in case. I mean, I don't think it will, but it's quite hot in this kitchen now that I'm cooking in here. It will dry out more quicker, yeah? second one. Yeah, I mean, this is like about 1.2 mil thick, yeah? I don't want thick pasta. You want nice and thin pasta, okay? And it will take about 2 minutes to cook. Simmer it, you put it in simmering hot water. Don't ever put it in boiling hot water, like where it's bubbling, okay? Because what that will do, where the pasta is so thin, that will actually pierce it, okay? All those ferocious bubbles in the pan, that will just pierce the pasta, and all your filling will come out. Yeah, look, I can feel all straight away that's actually made, so I can utilise that for another day. Yeah, just gonna. I'll put that back in the fridge. In fact, I'll leave this out for a minute. So once I'm done with the offcuts of that, then I can just basically wrap it in there as well. So let's go back to this one. Okay. So another one. How many have I got? So 1, 2, okay. Then I need 3 more, which I think I'm going to get here. Happy days. Okay. Another one. That's it. And you can use any kind of shape cutter that you've got. Like biscuit cutters are probably better than a rusty ring, you know? They're probably sharper. If you've got one of them, then that's good. I'm not too much of a baker. I do make a good orange cake and a carrot cake and stuff like that, cheesecake, but don't really make too many biscuits. Okay, that's all good. So I can put that back in the cling film as well with this lump. Just merge that together. Okay, that's all good. And then keep them separate, I guess. You never know. Because that one's been worked and the other one hasn't, yeah? It's all going to rest again. That's it, put that back in the fridge. And now what I'm going to do, bring the tray over here. So I'm just going to dust the worktop a little bit, just in case it sticks. Yeah, dust each one. And then what I'm going to do, I'm turn off that sauce now. The sauce is done. So I can just reheat that now. All the pepper's nicely cooked, okay? So now I can basically scoop in the paste, yeah? The mixture, the chorizo and pepper paste. And the idea is when you're filling it, okay? I would say about that much, okay? And then what you want to do, I mean, I'm going to put egg wash on this, okay? So what you must do is clean your work surface down properly after, because this is egg. So I'm just going to brush the egg wash on the edge, yeah? It will make a bit of a mess, you know. But what that egg wash does, it bonds each bit of pasta together, yeah? It's like glue. Or like a bit of mastic. And that's it, yeah? Put a bit on top of there, yeah? And that's it. And then what I'm going to do is basically put that bit of ravioli over it, and then see if you can see. Yeah. you want to push down and outwards, yeah? So that will basically prevent any air bubbles from getting in there. So just push it down, yeah? Don't worry about the presentation at the moment, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the cutter again maybe and reshape it if necessary. Okay. Just use a little knife to help it up. And there's the ravioli, okay? You can, I mean, to be honest, I'm not going to bother. I don't mind about the rustic look. You can you can trim it like neatly if you want with a knife. You know, that's up to you if you want to do that. Yeah, but that's totally fine for me. I'm just going to dust this, dust it a little bit. Yeah, dust the worktop. Because where it's got that egg, yeah, it's got a little bit sticky, and that's fine. That's one done. Yeah, one ravioli done. Okay, so it takes a bit of time, this, you know, it takes a bit of time, but it's worth showing you guys. And now I'm just going to do one of each, okay, and then I'll stop the video and then I'll carry on, I'll do mine, because otherwise the video would be so long, yeah. So I've got a bit of spinach there. In fact, what I'm going to do, I've got this, that's what I was going to do. So put that, that's a cutter, yeah, on the cheese. So I've got a nice little cheese disc. This is what one of my theories was. So basically, because you see that leaves like a nice little edge to the pasta, sort of thing. So enough to squeeze it down. So I'm hoping this will help hold its shape, yeah, rather than the filling goes a little bit more organic. So a little bit of spinach in there, and then a semi-dried tomato, and it does look nice, to be honest. So I'm hoping it's going to taste as good as it looks. Let's put the egg wash there. I'm just going to put egg wash on one side, and what I think I'm going to do is just move it here out of the way. Egg wash a bit that I've done, because that actually stuck a little bit. So let's see if this one works better. It's a little bit like in a little while since I've done pasta. So there we go, just spreading it out. Okay. Your fingers, yeah. It can take a bit, yeah, because of pushing, because it's quite elastic. Because I've obviously where we've been stretching it and thinning it out in the machine, it's yeah. There's another ravioli there. So I'm just going to dust this surface again. Just dust the top a little bit with a bit of flour, and that's it. Rub that in, and that's it. I mean, ravioli does look better if you've got like those special cutters that cut the crimped edges. I don't have that, so you know, it is what it is. We're making do with like what equipment we've got here, you know. Okay, that's better. So the third mix is here. That's it. So I'm just going to put a bit of this chicken in, okay? That's it. Bit of that chicken. What I might actually do is egg wash this side rather than actually on the worktop. I think that will make it a bit cleaner. Let's try that one. Yeah, that's better. egg wash the one that you're holding rather than the one on the work surface. Okay, and just push down and out like that. That's it. That's it. And that's the third ravioli there. Okay. Just toss that there. What I'm going to do is turn on the gas again, open for a second, just to keep that, get that water really bubbling up. And I'll probably cook 3 at a time in a pot. I reckon so, or maybe 4. I'll do a 4th one. Let's do a 4th one. In fact, I won't do a 4th one for the video. So what I'll do, because you've obviously seen the 3 different fillings going now. So what I'll do is I'll show you a picture once it's all like ready boiled and stuff and plated up, and you'll see how amazing it looks.